Hello, hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, hello, hello, and welcome to your bonus reading. This is for the month of March. There's so much going on. I had to do a separate reading for the whole month. We have a Venus retrograde from March 1st through April 12th, and I'm going to put everything in the description box, and there's going to be posts and all the things, right? So that's going to have us examining our 6th and 5th house. Then we also have a Mercury retrograde happening, and that's going to be mid-month from March 15th through April 7th. So some miscommunications could happen. That's going to be in our 6th house also, so our routines, our health, our, just our daily ins and outs. And then let's see, we've got a lunar eclipse on the 13th, 14th, depending on where you live, in our 11th house. And that's going to be all about our social circles, our networking, events, all of those things, friendships, aspirations, social activism. Also, you may find yourself getting really involved in a thing or two. And then we've got a lunar eclipse on the 29th in our 5th house. So lots of things being revisited with our creativity, unfinished projects, relationships with our children, relationships in community. Also, it's March, so lots of spring cleaning happening, lots of getting yourself together, right? Whatever that looks like for you. So let's look into it, Scorpio. Comment below and let me know if you're feeling the need to get unstuck, right? Like if you just can't even stand yourself one more minute if you're in the same place this time next week. Does that make sense? It's a need to move. A mover and a shaker. All right, we've got number 7, covenant, sacred contracts. Now, contracts are up for revision with this Venus retrograde, right? And I've been talking about that. I actually just did a reading, like a love reading for relationships. So go ahead and check out the links at the end of this video, and you'll be able to check it out if you haven't already. So we've got number 7, covenant, sacred contracts. You really could be reworking your marriage, or even considering leaving a situation of a deep commitment. While some Scorpios who are single are going to be having fated events occur this month, and you might meet someone who sweeps you off your feet. Hold and see how that relationship is in mid-April, towards the end of April. But when it comes to contracts, soul contracts, there might be some that are ending or again up for revision. This is going to include friendships as well. So you're going to have to take that how it resonates for you. We've got Moon Maiden, new beginnings, number 41, reducing to number 5. And 5 is a number of adventure and shaking the shit up, moving things around, getting unstuck. So this is a new beginning, a new day-to-day way. A new day-to-day way for you, Scorpio. Take it how it resonates. And then number 42, which reduces to 6. Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. And this gives me that vibe of whatever maybe thing you had been working on in the past. And I've said this before in these readings, if there was a project that you put down, like last year, I must have started 5 different things in my mind. And then life happened and I had to put everything on hold, my classes, all of it. And so now here in this month, I am feeling like, oh, I can't wait to go back to class, or, oh, I can't wait to get back into this project. So you can expect a lot of that. 6 comes up again, 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to put it back in, but that's telling me that you're going to be more balanced in your life. You may be what's the word I'm getting? Generous, someone having, giving you an opportunity or providing something for you. And honestly, I even heard inheritance. So, a lot, and which is not unheard of, since we have had a lot of sudden deaths in December, right? January, we had a lot of sudden deaths. And so there are inheritance vibes, legal things ending. So let's go ahead and look into the month of March for Scorpio, please. Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio with so many fated events happening? All right, King of Pentacles. I love that. We've got the Five of Swords, and then we've got the Hierophant coming through. So what's interesting is the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, both earth sign energy, grounding energy, traditional things. So in this case, Taurus is telling us, what can you do every day? King of Pentacles, also about your pentacles, your money, earth energy, longevity, building a plan, having that plan grow legs, having it become a routine, traditional, right? Something that you do day in and day out. Scorpio, you don't have to make all of the changes all at once, but the universe is calling you to show up, to be an advocate for yourself, right? Be an active player and participant in the role that you've created for yourself. So if you want to win big, then you've got to play big. If you want to, create a world where you are making classes and traveling and creating on YouTube or working as a professor, whatever it is that you are thinking about creating, this is saying one intentional step towards that goal, and you might find yourself in just the perfect series of events for it to take flight. Interesting. I also do have here, conversely, the Five of Swords. So I feel like you might be having it out with somebody, a little bit of strategy in getting what you want, a little bit of playing your cards right to show your best hand. A little bit of manipulation comes into play in the beginning of the month is how I feel. So, and for those of you that are in a relationship, and again, you're starting to wonder if this person is all of the things that you're perceiving them to be, by mid-month, you could have a different perspective on that. So again, take it how it resonates. That isn't going to be for everybody. So let's dig a little bit deeper. Why the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Hierophant? If you're in a traditional relationship, it could be up for revision this month. So you're married, you may be talking about either exiting the relationship or making some serious changes. And that is true, because here we have the Death card. This is Scorpio, you showing up in your own reading. But also this is change, transformation, right? Burning something down to the ground and rebuilding it all the way up. And the Page of Wands is excitement and an explorer. So you might be looking for other ways to do something. I feel like Scorpio is more focused on themselves this month. So even if you are having, even if you are at odds in a very serious relationship that you have with someone else, I still feel like you're making the decisions that are going to place you in the best possible position. All right. So why the King of Pentacles? Six of Wands, so that's excellent for us, Scorpio. We've got the Five of Swords and the Three of Swords. Interesting. And then we've got the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. So a few things are coming through. When I have the King of Pentacles with the Six of Wands, I keep getting like this energy of promotion within your company or being an expert in your field, getting recognized, right? This is also coming through as just, you have finally accomplished that thing. So maybe in the beginning of March, you have a monetary goal. You want to create something very specific or have a certain experience. By the end of March, you have achieved your goal. That's how it comes through. And again, this might be just one small step, but it's a big step for you. It's a big deal for you. And that's how it comes through. So King of Pentacles with the Six of Wands, lots of celebration. You make the right investment. You choose the right home. There's something here where it goes well for you. Now, we are having a situation again with maybe a war of words. You catching on to something that was concealed from you. The Five of Swords with the Three of Swords tells me that you might have a really exhausting conversation, one that is not comfortable, where it's difficult. You have to choose your words carefully, and it leads to potentially healing. But for some Scorpios that are in this relationship that you're considering revising or leaving completely, especially if it's a high level commitment, this is coming through as those conversations will lead to healing. Now, whether or not this will remain as a committed relationship, that's really going to be up to you, because the way that this is coming through is that there are going to be difficult conversations to be had. Things have to be like completely change. But no matter whether that person greets you with change or not, Scorpio is very much looking for a calm, stable environment, looking at their, their livelihood, their coins, their savings. So let's see. Now, where we have the new beginnings, let's look a little bit deeper into that. So with that number 5, interesting, Scorpio, here I've got everything is fine when in fact it's not. So this is a time this month where you really just, you say what it is. Like if you're done, you're done. And the Hermit card comes through. That's Virgo energy. And, we have that eclipse in Virgo. Oh, hold on one second. One moment, Scorpio. All right. So tell me more about the Moon Maiden, the new beginning. And I keep hearing like mid-month, things start to take a real shift. Excellent. You keep having sixes. We keep having sixes in our reading. We had the Netcaster, which was 42, right? Preparations come to fruition. Then we've got number 6 over here with the 6 of Wands, and that is celebration. And then we have 6 of Swords, better days ahead. So while the first half of the month might be a little choppy, as we get to mid-month, things start to have a little bit more hope, a little bit more balance. Be mindful again of having difficult conversations. And look, I'm just going to take these because I can. So we've got the 2 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. And this is a lot about choices, Scorpio. There's a lot of choices here for you to make. Because honestly, wherever you put your energy, you are going to manifest happiness. As long as you're putting happy energy into your manifestations, if that makes sense. With this 2 of Wands and this 10 of Cups, this is about choice, right? Do you want to do the thing, to make the changes, to have the conversations, to pursue a different path that's more consistent? Page of Wands with that 6 of Swords. The Page of Wands keeps coming up. And again, exploring new opportunities, new options, a new way of life, a new look. This is all about you changing things up, getting unstuck. Scorpio gets unstuck in March. Pathways open. And I just feel like, let's just say, for example, and this isn't going to be everybody, but let's say you've been in a relationship that's been touch and go, right? On and off. Maybe there was a day that you really held on to that, right? That person, that place, that job, whatever it is, like you held on to it because it was what you knew. It identified you. It was comfortable. It was the devil you knew. And maybe in February, there were some problems. Come March, now it doesn't hit the same. That threat of that person leaving doesn't hit the same. The idea that you might have to start over doesn't bring fear. The idea that you have to get a new career or start a new business, it doesn't hit the same. Instead, you're like, you know what? Good, because I've been thinking about this anyway. And now I can do it. Person doesn't want to be with me. I'm good with that because I want to be with somebody else. It's that kind of vibe, especially with the fated events happening. There are some relationships here, though, that will be revised and renewed and just grow again. Interesting, I've got the 2 of Wands clarifying the 2 of Wands. We're going to get into what that means. And I'm going to take both of these cards because I saw them both. So, Scorpio, let's take another look. So when we have the Six of Swords being clarified by the Page of Wands, I feel that as you come out of this headspace that whatever transitions are happening are difficult or, too much or just unexpected, whenever that happens, we get in our heads and we're like, why is this one more thing? But the Page of Wands with the Six of Swords is saying, look, this new thing, this new path that's presenting itself, daily steps in that path is going to lead you to get unstuck. It's going to give you that freedom that you need. And then with the Two of Wands coming through twice, this is again more exploration, getting outside of your algorithm, paying attention to what's right in front of you. Because oftentimes with the Two of Wands, this person is holding the world in their hands, and you see this person's holding a phone. So let's modernize this. This person's holding a phone in their hand. Maybe they're not completely engaged in the moment and they're missing what's right in front of them. Scorpio, so when you are exploring new opportunities, make sure that you're not making things more complicated than what they need to be. Look at what's right in front of you. Double down on that. Do more of what's working. If you have a complaint with your partner, right? Is it the entire relationship that's crap? If it is, there's nothing to review and revise. It's time to move on. If you're in a relationship where it's just one or two things that you feel need to be expressed differently in your relationship, focus on all the good things that are actually happening and then set intentional steps to address what isn't. And again, this is going to be in any part of your life, any relationship in your life. It doesn't just have to be romantic. But this is saying pay attention to the good stuff that you've accomplished and pay attention to what's in front of you while building the next thing, right? Have gratitude for what's right in front of you. The Hermit card, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. I feel that in this case, the King of Swords and the Hermit card is saying that be mindful of your words, be mindful of your intentions. Be intentional with everything that you're doing. The King of Swords is a master of their craft, right? They are an expert in their field. And this Virgo energy, again, with that eclipse happening in Virgo, and then we also have Virgo being that light within, guiding your next steps. Don't be so reactive is the other thing I'm getting for this month. Ingest what's coming your way and ask yourself, is this information about something I need to address, or is this person projecting their thoughts and feelings, and just expressing themselves? Like, don't be so reactive, I guess is the best way to say it. And that may very well be the guidance that you need in relationships this month, right? Don't be so reactive. People are going to have a lot of competing priorities, including yourself. Partners may need more from each other during this time, and there might be a lot more options for getting involved in your community and meeting new people as well as we approach the end of March. So let's look a little bit further. Now we have got number 42 with netcasters, and this reads preparations come to fruition. So let's dig deeper. What does that mean? Because I feel like when it comes to matters of like traveling and spending time with others, again, exploring things. One second. I was going to say exploring things and creating paths ahead. I have here, maybe you've been saving for something. Maybe you've been wanting to have a certain experience. We've got the World card, right? Things coming to an end because something new is about to happen. So one chapter of your life is closing for sure, and you're about to start something new. Again, your family's expanding, you're moving. Those types of things are all bound to happen. Let's see. The World card. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. All right, so as we approach the end of the month, again, this continues to be a month about exploring your feelings, exploring your day-to-day habits, how you spend your time, where you're putting your energy. Are you wrapped up in something else that doesn't serve you? with this Knight of Cups, you may have new energy coming into your life. Something comfortable, something easy, a collaborative energy. And it also does feel like things go well at home. That's the best thing I can say. And this would be specifically for those of us that have children or grandchildren. Like there's an understanding, especially if your children are preteens or young adults, right? There's a shift in the relationship in your favor. And then we have the Five of Pentacles here as well. I feel like there may be a misunderstanding which occurs for Scorpio towards the end of the month, where maybe you feel a little left out of a situation, like you weren't invited or you didn't make the invite. A friend or a partner does something without you, and you're like, "What's that about?" But it really seems to be like a miscommunication. The text didn't go through, the email didn't go through. Mercury retrograde vibes. So I go back to don't be so reactive. This is pretty specific, but probably going to happen to all of us in some form or fashion. You expect to hear from someone and you don't, and you're angry and you're ready to write them off forever because that's how Scorpios do. We do. But this is saying, hey, stop, pause. There could really be a communication issue. So look for that towards the end of the month. Love it. Okay. And then also I've got the King of Wands clarifying the World card. King of Wands, again, is very passion driven, very excited, but very into their view, right? What they want. So I feel like this is a time that you're stepping into, like all the ducks fall in a row. You start to see that change you made, whether it's you get up an hour earlier or you start your day after meditation, who knows, whatever change that you make, you'll notice that it really leads you to some important things, more clarity, more peace, more confidence. I'm feeling a lot of confidence. So wherever there's been like wishy-washy emotional energy, that as the month goes, completely clears up, especially in matters of business. When I've got the Knight of Cups with the Emperor energy coming through, I just keep hearing, look, you were mad about something. You get upset about something, and it's just like, no need to be so aggravated in this moment. So again, this is feeling like it's coming towards the end of the month. There was a misunderstanding there. This might even happen at work, Scorpio, or with a client. So you're going to have to take that how it resonates. And then I feel like clarity does bring really good energy, because here we have the Five of Pentacles, and that's going towards the Nine of Pentacles. So you may find yourself getting like a large chunk of money that you didn't expect. And for some of you, it may even just be that your taxes come back better than you expected. Like I said earlier, that there is the paying out of a contract here with this first card coming through. Yeah, I almost feel like something was taking longer than it should, and then resolution by the end of the month. Because the Nine of Pentacles is a very strong card for independence and financial gain. The other thing I would say is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So with this Nine of Pentacles, we've got 6 Pentacles here and then 3 Pentacles here. So whatever it is that comes your way, make sure to reserve enough energy and finances and just resources, period, for yourself, right? Put your oxygen mask on first, Scorpio. And then as we wrap up this month of March, what is the shadow work? What is Scorpio facing overall this month? Because we have things starting, we have things ending, and everything's under revision. Matters of the heart, matters of emotional pull. Now, if you're looking for more personalized guidance because you are going through a separation or you've just met what seemingly feels like the love of your life, then head over to my website at www.starswithstasi.com. There's links in the description box. Also, if you're just looking to get just more in tune with the rhythm of the universe, like what's happening, what are the lunations this month, what can I expect, hit that notification bell, because I do videos every week and they will help. They'll help show the cycles of the universe, the rhythms, so that you understand how to ride the waves of change. All right, so keep going, Scorpio. What is it? What is our shadow work? Self-doubt versus hope. Now, Scorpio, I have to be honest. I just did our weekly reading, but between that reading and this one, I did a love reading. So I've done a lot of readings that I've posted today. And so these cards have been shuffled a lot. This was the card that came out for Scorpio's weekly reading for, I think it was the 9th through the 15th. And so we're going to call it out again because these were well shuffled. This reads 5, self-doubt versus hope. Where are you limiting yourself? And who's telling you that story? It's something deep down inside that's preventing you, Scorpio, from just breaking free. And a lot of times it has to do with the stories we tell ourselves and the stories we tell others that's true about us. And you should hear the things that we say about ourselves when we go unchecked, right? We call ourselves all kinds of names. We limit ourselves. We talk badly about ourselves. The things that we say and do to ourselves, that if somebody did to our children, our lovers, our friends, we would have their ass. And we know this. So now start being your own guardian. Every time you speak out loud a limiting belief, right? Even if it's joking, oh, that was so stupid. I can't believe I said that. Did you just insult your greatness? What? No, right? Or, God, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I said that. Did you just call yourself lackluster mentality? No, right? Maybe switch it up like, oh, even in my own brilliance, I didn't see that. I don't care what you do, right? Ask yourself, why am I so rich? Not why can't I pay my bills, right? Why am I so rich? Whew, because it's coming next week. I know that sounds like so counterintuitive, but your words carry energy and thought becomes things. And this reads self-doubt versus hope. 5 is a number of change and disruption and shaking it up. And this is saying, what can you change to turn that self-doubt into hope? When you provide your script a limiting belief, catch it and say, well, maybe that was once true. Maybe that's who I was, but not who I am and not who I am building, right? And if you find yourself saying, gosh, I never get this done, or I shouldn't do this or that, blah, 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 turn that into hope. Like, however, I've thought about it so much. I know that this is meant for me. I can see myself doing it, and I'm going to do it starting now. And even if that's the only step you take that day, that corrective thinking changes everything. So turn that self-doubt into hope. Create the world that you want to see. That changes that you want to see in the world start from making the changes within you. If you are feeling disrespected in your home and the home environment won't change, then you must leave that environment. If you are feeling disrespected or lackluster or pushed down or suppressed, roses, flowers can't grow in those environments. You need to change your environment. A lot of this reading was about getting unstuck, clarity coming through, having the confidence, exploring new paths, right? Yes, you may have some difficulty in a relationship. And yes, for some of us, it's over. And for some of us, it's the beginning of the strongest thing you could have ever built. So you have to figure out what's true for you. But never, 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 Scorpio, put yourself in a position that you're draining 60% of your energy, all of your energy, right? People have to meet you at minimum halfway, acknowledge where you are. So this reads, visualize a shield of protection. To protect yourself from toxic people or situations, imagine a shield of white light surrounding your body. This keeps negativity out and lets positivity in. right? You can imagine that you are this vortex of energy. You're just all of the things housed in this physical vessel. And then everything you think about sends a signal, a frequency out into the ethers that it is something that's on your mind, something. And if it's on your mind, the universe says, oh, you must want that. And so you start calling into you bills, relationships, money, love, sex, spirituality. You start thinking about all these things and all these things start to show up. But how were you thinking about it? Was it a higher vibrational manifestation energy and that's what you're attracting? Or are you angry? Are you hurt? Do you have unfinished business in this lower vibrational energy and you attract more of that? When you walk away from someone or something, you must do exactly that. Walk away from the situation. And when you find your mind trapped in the lower frequencies of what was that didn't serve you, you must show first gratitude. Well, thank goodness I'm done with that. And then find the hope, right? And visualize a shield of protection away from this and tell that part of you that wants to fight, that wants to argue, that wants to live in that loop. Tell that part of you, you're safe. We've already taken care of this. We've left the situation. We've made plans. Or, you're right, we need to make plans. Let's start focusing on that. We already know this person's not going to change. Does that make sense? So visualize a shield of protection around you, around what holds true to you and what matters. Make intentional steps to get yourself in the highest possible vibration so you'll attract more of that. And remember, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Lots of changes happening this month, Scorpio. Comment below and let me know what's going on in your life. Have you noticed this happening around you? Changes at work, at home, what's going on, Scorpio? And remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, and we really are doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And until next time, Scorpio, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a wonderful month ahead and shine brightly.